Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about Deliverthat canceled tip pooling. So recently, Deliverthat has sent out some emails, and honestly, I was ready to rip them apart for one of them that they sent, but the second one was just great news for a lot of gig workers in the catering space. So in this video, we are talking about why Deliverthat canceled tip pooling, what could have changed behind the scenes, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain as never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. So with that said, let's get started. Before June 2024, so prior to June of 2024 specifically, Deliverthat had a deal with ezCater that allowed them to operate with a tip pooling system. And honestly, anytime the concept that tip pooling comes up, people don't like it, and for a good reason for a lot of the time. In case you don't know what tip pooling is, what they would do is that they would gather all the tips that were accumulated in the few days in which the tip pool was applied and distribute them evenly among the drivers. Some speculate tip theft, some also don't like the idea of serving no tip customers, and all for good reason, to be honest. That said, however, it introduced a standard to catering orders throughout the industry. Why take a mediocre order on Delivered or Jackrabbit Deliveries when you could take a Deliverthat order at a minimum standard rate and get paid more than a lot of these $20 orders, $25 orders, $15 orders, etc. They also earn the prospect of being the golden child to ezCater, so they can get away with more, because if every order is under the same standards, then who's going to worry about paying for what? In fact, in a lot of cases, you could take a $90 order on Deliverthat and make as much as the $900 order with like a $10 room for error. That is pretty rough for orders that are over $900, but nevertheless. June 2024. Around this time, ezCater was getting pushed by other companies to have a tip floor and a guaranteed tip percentage, so that way they could stay competitive with Deliverthat, and they all banded together to create this minimum tip structure, which was included in the new contract that everyone would have to sign. Deliverthat would end up making less money from it, so instead of signing it, they just said no, because they wanted to keep the deal that they made. Which, if you think about it from their perspective, it makes sense. After all, you were making more money by keeping things the way they were, so why wouldn't you want to maintain the status quo of the position you're currently in? Then ezCater didn't like that, so they made a move of their own. You don't want to change the contract? That's fine by us. We won't provide as many orders to you. And in the summer, some people were starting to really feel it. More than a normal slowdown, lots of orders went around to other companies, but they weren't getting as many. And everyone was talking about it. Between Facebook groups, my comment section, online communities of all kinds. They also decided to put themselves up for sale in order for them to not have to make any changes, which, as you can imagine, didn't go as well as you'd think. In fact, Pedro was enjoying Deliverthat for a while and even went on their podcast to talk about it. And then not too long after that, the app went totally dead for him. Now, was it a problem with their iOS system, or were there other problems as well? I don't know. The first email. Because all of the chatter about the Deliverthat slowdown and the potential sale that they were undergoing, people were concerned, and for a good reason. After all, they had a significant order flow and it just dried up. And if DT got sold, that was a significant source of a lot of people's income. Then they emailed this out in their newsletter. We've heard some rumors regarding the drivers experiencing a dip in delivery volumes, and we wanted to address it head on. We know that recent low delivery volumes have raised concerns among our drivers, and we wanted to reassure you that we are continuing to work closely with ezCater and remain fully committed to our partnership. Our recent partnership discussions, coupled with an issue surrounding iOS users, made volumes seem substantially lower than what is typically seen as we change into the the holiday season. As we navigate this period, we are confident in our ability to return to normal delivery volume and encourage you to stay informed through official communications. If you hear any information that doesn't come directly from Deliverthat, please consider it speculation. Your hard work and dedication during this time are invaluable to us, and we genuinely appreciate your continued support. To be honest, I was ready to rip them a new one because all they did was say,
no, we're not.
And then they just repeated themselves on what everybody already knew. And then one day later, today specifically, they released this. Tip pool canceled. We have made important adjustments to the way driver earnings work for ezCater deliveries, and we want to share the details with you. Based on feedback from many of you, we recognize that the ezCater tip pool was not meeting your needs. We've collaborated closely with ezCater to develop a more favorable system for our drivers. Meaning they were feeling the pressure and the losses were accumulating in terms of order volume and size, fell below the threshold of the tolerance that they could experience before ezCater was introducing this deal that they already had. And if they didn't mess with their volume, nothing would have changed. The previous tip pool was designed to ensure gratuity on deliveries without pre-authorized tips to better compensate you for your efforts. We are introducing a guaranteed gratuity based on the order cost. All I heard was they were condoning a no-tip customer behavior system for a long time now, and we can finally ignore those customers entirely. And also, I took a look at the system itself. It's the same system that a lot of other companies already had. They weren't working closely. They basically got pressured into the deal. Key details. 100% of the gratuities go to you. All gratuities are fully allocated to drivers. Neither Deliverthat nor ezCater retains any portion. As it should be. And to those who are ready to call them out for tip theft or post-tip theft, I hear you, but for now, we're taking it at face value. Not to say that I wouldn't believe that they would pull something. It is just not the video for it. Orders completed before October 14th, 2024. Deliveries completed before this date will follow the previous tip pool structure. You'll see your earnings reflected in the driver app. I did a couple today. I'm curious to see how many of the customers I work with would tip the way they should. Like how many DT customers I work with were scumbags the whole time and I just didn't notice. Orders on or after October 14th, 2024. Deliveries will have pre-authorized gratuities, meaning the gratuity will be set before you deliver the order. If a customer includes a pre-delivery gratuity, you'll receive that amount and the tip pool will no longer apply. If there is no pre-delivery gratuity, you will receive a base gratuity based on the total order value. All details regarding your gratuity and total earnings will be visible in the app. So wait, that means the customers that normally tip poorly or don't tip at all could be tipping like garbage and we won't know it because at or below the thresholds? Well, I know how I'm handling those orders. They also have a link going over the breakdown of the new system, but I think I'm going to make a different video for that, breaking it all down, which is why I say it's important now to make sure that you are well diversified in your gig portfolio and your exit strategy is developed or developing, because this may not turn out as good as we think. So make sure you sign up for as many apps as possible and get as many contracts with as many companies as possible, like the ones you would find in the Driven Wyld Discord community. Driven Wyld is an exclusive Discord community for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journey. I've partnered with Jeff Laco, the founder of Food Fetch, to bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on the personal needs of the ambitious gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings, more live streams with high-level professionals in our industry, educational systems to help you build your own dispatch company, and scalable opportunities. Whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or looking for an exit strategy because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal. So you want something more scalable. Totally understand that. Check the link in the description to sign up and get started with making the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. And if you guys also have any opinions on the new Deliverthat pay structure, leave a comment in the description to let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh.